Alright, so here are my bookshelves that I just recently reorganized, and I guess I'll do a little tour. I'm not gonna point out each individual book because that's gonna take forever, but I'll just do like each square or whatever and explain why I put the books there, I guess. So the first square is just this one up here, which is just a random, basically I'm just gonna call it an empty square. It's just 2 books that are my boyfriend's, and I have a little BB-8 Funko Pop, I have a Pokeball ornament and a little octopus that just I don't know where to put them, so for now they're just staying there. And then underneath that I have my Sophie Kinsella books with a little bear, and then also 2 books that I feel like kind of go with Sophie Kinsella. Like if you like Sophie Kinsella you would like those 2 books, so that's why I put them there. And then I have YA books, and these all involve things that are not real life, I guess. So YA with some supernatural elements or fantasy elements or something like that. These are my George Nicholson books. As you can see, unfortunately, I do not have matching covers. The covers changed halfway through the series. I like these covers way, way better. I don't like these ones at all, and I need to get a little thing to go in the side of the shelf there so half of that book's not covering, but I didn't have any left, so half of that book's covered. Then I also have some more YA books that also involve things that are not real life, so there's that. Here is mostly adult books, or no, these are all adult books. So it starts out with like scary ones, and then they just kind of shift into not scary, and they end in super not scary, because that is an Alan Doyle autobiography, who's the lead singer of Great Big Sea, in case you didn't know. And then my bottom shelf here is mostly just hodgepodgey books that I didn't know where to put them, so I have the Uglies trilogy, just random books, and then I have some journals at the end there. Next shelf over, these mostly are just books that I thought looked fairly good together. I still have my bookmark in the 11/22/63 book, which I have not picked up in 3 years probably. I don't know why the bookmark's still in there, but yep. These are more YA books. Again, these are all books that have elements in them that are not real life, I believe. I don't know if The Reckoning or Kiss Kill Vanish have not real life elements in them, but I think they do. Correct me if I'm wrong, I guess, but I thought they worked on that shelf. And then I have more YA books that have not real life involved. These are some series and authors that I really, really like. So The Girl at Midnight, Fire and Flood, The Raven Boys. Then I have The Hunger Games and the Divergent series, and there's also room to add more books there if I need 1 or 2 more. Then I've got just some good middle grades that I like, so 4 of those books are by Kenneth Opel, I still don't know how to say his name, and there's a little bat there because Silverwing, Sunwing, and Firewing are about a bat, so I thought that was fitting, and then The Invention of Hugo Cabret. These are all my Casey West books, and I have nail polish and a little Beanie Baby as well. And then these are more kind of hodgepodgey. There's like a friend's trivia book, just like interesting hypothetical questions, Wreck This Journal, books about cats. So here I have mostly YA books that are like contemporaries, but I also have some adult ones mixed in, and also some books about animals. So I have The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is not about animals really. I guess there's a lion in it, but I also have The Incredible Journey, which is Homeward Bound, if any of you didn't know, and Watership Down, Smokey, that one's about a horse, so. And I have my first Harry Potter shelf, and my second Harry Potter shelf. I feel like since rearranging my shelves, I've rearranged my Harry Potter section, and I think I want to still rearrange it a little bit differently, but whatever, it's fine for now. And then I've got middle grade books that they're not all about not real life. Contemporary YA by John Green or John Green and other authors. And I have more YA. It's mostly contemporary, but not completely. I feel like these ones are weird because it's like they're contemporary, but some of them have, like the wrap-up list has something in it that's not real life, but I feel like as a whole it feels contemporary. So, I don't know. This is mostly contemporary, but not quite. And this is adult books, some that I did not like but don't want to get rid of because I feel so passionate about how much I didn't like them, and ones I haven't read yet. Cattail. Here I have more middle grade books. Then I have some fantasy YA here. I have not read Graceling or Throne of Glass, or Crooked Kingdom. Wow, okay, but I'm reading Crooked Kingdom soon. While this, as this video goes up, I've probably already read it. So yeah, there's that. More YA contemporary, except for Carry On, but Carry On goes with Fangirl, so it's there on that shelf. My Victoria Schwab shelf. There's room to add A Conjuring of Light whenever I get that. I feel like I want to read A Gathering of Shadows before I get A Conjuring of Light, but there's room to add it in the future. And then I've got just more YA that I feel like they just felt like they kind of went together a little bit, so that's how I did that. Illuminae and The Thousandth Floor. I left these here because I'm probably gonna get Gemina, and The Thousandth Floor has a sequel coming out in the summer, I think, and then I've just got 2 graphic novels with them as well. These are the ones that are lying down, are books that I considered pretty disappointing. So they have pretty covers, but they're actually, I feel like the whole thing, that whole shelf is pretty disappointing. They have pretty covers or cool covers, but the story disappointed me a little bit. Except for I Am Number 4. I thought it was a good story, I just wasn't a fan of the writing, but yeah. Again, and these are just books that I felt like kind of went together. Yep. I've got just like a wooden movie clapper thing, Harry Potter trivia, and a camera lens mug, travel mug or something, which I just felt like putting there for show. More adult books that I have. I've read most of these, but not all of them. And more adult books. Except for Peak is not adult. I feel like Peak is actually middle grade. Whatever! Then I've got The Night Circus. I've got 2 copies of The Night Circus, Born of Illusion and Church of Marvels, which all just kind of go together. And then The Night Journal, which I've not read and I have no idea what it's about, but it just seems slightly magical and I just thought it fit on the shelf with the other ones there. My Harlan Coben shelf. And the Twilight series with the Monument 14 trilogy that I'm not a fan of. And Tabula Rasa, which is an arc I got. That was okay. It was fine. I just thought it would fit there with those books. If you want to see my other little shelves, I do have these ones here. So first, that's my book cover for Chloe Diller. That's the painting. So that's fabulous. So I just have The Cursed Child, which I did not want to put with my actual Harry Potter shelf because it doesn't belong in my mind, even though I still haven't read it. This is just an extra little, I'm gonna call it fanfiction. And then I got my little Hedwig. This I got at the Paper Towns like live show movie screening thing or whatever. I saw this with Amber when I went to go visit her in Michigan. This is a picture of me and Annis Esmer. This is when I was interning on the movie like almost 4 years ago now. And this was a picture that was on the character's mantle in the character's house. And they gave it to me afterwards, so that was pretty nice. And this is just a little thing that we made at work when we were bored, which I like, and I think it's cute, and I use it as a bookmark sometimes. And then I've got my illustrated Harry Potter books. And then I also have more Harry Potter stuff, so I have Page to Screen, The Creature Vault, I have 2 coloring books, I have pencil crayons, or colored pencils, whatever you want to call them, in here, and I have Hermione's wand, and an hourglass that is not the hourglass that what's-his-face Slughorn has, but I put it there anyway. Down here I just have books that I've borrowed from people. There's a lot in there. There's some that I'm just horrible and haven't read yet. Well, they're all horrible. Some I've read and I just haven't given them back to my friends yet because I haven't seen them. But some of them are just I'm horrible and I have had them for so long and they don't want me to give them back. Like, nope, keep them until you read them. I don't need them on my shelf. And then I have a little Batman toy and just some stuff that my dad got me from Africa. He was in Botswana teaching a few years ago. And then I have my book, so I have Calypso, New Aura, which is out of print, unfortunately, Chloe Diller, which just came out, and my turtle, who goes with Chloe Diller. And then I just have crap down there. And that's my Hufflepuff backpack. So those are my shelves. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. I hope it wasn't boring or anything. and let me know if, I don't know, let me know whatever you want to let me know, and we'll talk. Have a good day. Bye.